Good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
Thank y'all for coming out tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Tonight's meeting, February 6, 2014, 7 p.m., 5101 Dudley Court, Unit 105. Executive Committee report. We're going to go ahead and get started, jump into that. Calendar. I'm going to switch over to the committee projects. Look under the executive committee list of the things that need to be done. These are all the things that we need to set on the calendar tonight. Well, two of them are already set on the calendar, I guess. But the bag tag membership drive, obviously our bag tags just came in, so now we can schedule. I would like somebody on the tournament committee perhaps pull up the calendar. I'm going to pull up mine. In fact, pull up the Google calendar here. I'll take a look at it online. So our bag tags are in. What about our crown trophies? Did we ever get those ordered for the Skin in the Skies, the end of the tournament points race?
No.
You want to set a specific date for the bag tags?
That is, yes. Yes, that is exactly what we need to do. Go ahead and pull up the calendars while I'm pulling up mine, please. And get ready.
And you don't want to do it monthly?
You can do it every month.
You could, but I won't.
You have a separate tournament. Where we're having 4 tournaments a month.
That's what I'm saying.
I would schedule it on, well, yeah. That's
Okay, well, I can't do
got
that
so much shit
for
going on.
some reason.
You do it on Sunday. 9th and the 16th.
Okay, the 9th to the 16th. Any more input? Does anyone feel any
Are we
different?
talking about membership drive, or are we talking about?
Bag tags, yeah. Bag tag challenge.
This is what we're working on right now. So the 9th to the 16th has been suggested. Is there any particular reason why we wouldn't want to have it during a month?
It's you're cutting yourself out of profit.
Cutting ourselves out of profit?
Correct. So the monthly, well, the backpack challenge is a $10 entry fee. The $10 re-ups you with the $10. If
Okay.
you have it during, I mean, you could have it during a monthly, but then you're asking somebody to pay their entry fee and $10, and you know.
Okay.
I mean, you could definitely have it at a monthly. You could do that.
That's a
Some-
good point that I didn't know.
Some of the folks have already paid for the membership at the last month.
So they get to play for free. You know.
Right.
We've got
So they get to
the.
play for free, which there, you know, so then you got just the entry fee, so it could get, it would just be kind of tough. I think it would, I mean, you guys do whatever you want, I just would suggest.
No, that's information that
I mean, you know, as far as volume and people showing up, it would be higher volume to have just a membership drive and then also your regular monthly tournament. Because then, you know, now you're getting twice the volume and twice the money, really, essentially.
More money.
Okay, 9th or
Was there
16th?
ever a, I remember a couple of meetings ago, we discussed, well, the first meeting over at Troy's house, we discussed, what year, people that joined late last year, what month are we gonna grandfather them in? Was there ever a
Yes,
decision
yes,
made
it's
on
in the- it's
that?
actually in the bylaws.
Okay,
Probably October.
October is what PDGA does. I'd say we'd roll into what PDGA does.
so October 1st and after you're grandfathered in for the next year?
Your grandfathered
Well,
in,
for this year,
you're
right.
grandfathered in as a member, as an active member, but you still have to pay for your new bag tag. Or, I'm
Well,
sorry, you
yeah, right.
get the new 14 bag tag.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what we talked
Right,
about.
because there's quite a few of those people that got, you know,
Yeah.
Well, then y'all, okay.
fancy tags and no tag.
Did we keep up with that information? Do we know who?
I have them, I have that written on the membership forms.
Well,
I had everybody write on there when they joined and if they got a tag or a disc or not.
So that's why I think that it would be cool to have a bag tag challenge, membership drive, separate event, and all those people basically get to play for free.
I like it.
I
And if they
totally
can't make it, then you could say,
totally agree.
whoever shows up is, you play for 1 through X tags, and then as they joined, give them out
Numerically
from there
after
on.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I like the 16th because it gives us about a week or so to hype it up.
Promote it. Yep.
So let's just go ahead and say the 16th. We'll put that down. Yes, Troy?
Boss, Chief,
I need a current membership list of everyone that's paid, so I can set up a spreadsheet,
Uh-huh.
so I can
I have,
inform all
I have
members.
everybody that's filled out the form.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I need is current members, because I have existing members, but I don't have current members.
Everything that I have as current members is on that spreadsheet that I gave you originally, and it probably needs to be updated. So I don't have an ongoing spreadsheet after what I gave you.
Do me a favor, give me the old one and the new one as well, if you wouldn't mind. Just email them to me.
Yeah, okay.
We're getting to that, if you guys, it's on the agenda. The Crown Trophies order, obviously, if you guys guess, it didn't happen for the 2013 skins, or, I'm sorry, points race. Are we going to do it? Do we want to do it even if it's late? There's no problem with it? Or is it something that we're not that worried about, and nobody's screaming about it? I mean, give me a little bit of quick feedback here. It's
No, we
through the
need it.
cracks.
No, screw it, give us the money.
No,
Screw the trophy, give us the money.
No,
I'd say
that
trophy.
It was really awesome to get a trophy.
That's one of the only disc golf trophies I have.
Okay,
It was great, man. I was unsuspecting of it, and it was awesome.
okay, good. Well, then that's fine, and that means that somebody will have to, I know that Dave, you had sent me the information, I believe, in your email, so it's in our
And it gives you
email
what I
account.
ordered last year, all you gotta do is, make that order again,
Okay.
2014.
But I'd like somebody on the tournament committee to pick that up. I don't think that'd be tough to do, and I can get you information that you need, the website and all that.
I can order that if you want.
Okay, thank you, Jason, that's exactly.
Probably use this,
Yes.
you get the other card?
Now, let's move on ahead, please.
Well, let's go back to the backpack challenge, we need to set the parameters up.
Okay,
Let me tell you what we did last year.
sure.
Basically, it's $10 to play. The $10 goes toward your renewal for the club. So it's just, there's no prizes, you're playing for the bag tag. It's 18 holes, stroke play. Your bag tag is assigned in the place that you finish. Does anybody write this down? Because it gets fairly complicated. So, ties are broken by two ways. Ties are broken to the first, to whoever had the lowest 2013 tag. If it's between a tag member and a non-tag member, a new member, then the tag member gets the lower tag, the new member gets the next tag. If it's between two non-members who with no bag tag, we usually wrestle for it.
What time do you think is a good time?
That's a great idea. I would have it later in the afternoon just so people can go to church. I would have it like 1, lunchtime or something like that.
Let's go 1:30.
Football's no longer an issue, so.
That gives people who have the noon, if they go to church at noon, some people do.
And then, like I said, so basically, if you want to, I would say go ahead and start collecting money now. If anybody wants to renew, take that money. Just make a note of it that when they show up, if they show up to the bag tag challenge, obviously they get to play for free. If they can't make the bag tag challenge, and like I said, whoever shows up, you play from 1 through X, and then bag tags are distributed after that in order of how you registered, or alphabet, or once again, a wrestling tournament, or however you guys want to.
Okay. It sounds like we figure out the ties in a relatively logical manner.
It's pretty easy. That's basically how we did it last year. It seemed to work fairly. Nobody bitched about it, so.
Are we gonna introduce anything for like first place, second place, other than the back
Second
tag?
tag, third
Tag.
Yeah, play for that tag.
First
You
place,
get your
first,
tag.
you
Play for
get
that
number
tag.
1.
That's right.
We could do some of the CTP stuff for.
Yeah, it'd be cool to take some
Cup prizes.
CPTs.
I've got so much.
So you got so much stuff.
Man.
We're gonna.
Who's gonna handle, who's gonna step up, guys? Who's gonna step up and TD this from our tournament, either our tournament committee or our membership committee? It doesn't really matter because it's an overlapping type thing.
What are we talking, February 16th?
Yeah,
I'll do it, boss.
Fig and I, or Fig and, I'll help
Yeah.
out. I'll
Okay.
help out, because I've got so many CTPs.
Okay, great.
So
I'll go ahead and start putting it on Facebook
yeah.
and
These are
web
people
page and all that.
on our membership committee right here. So
Troy.
Troy, you're saying you'll take it?
Yeah.
You'll take the lead on that? There's our tournament committee. Okay, good.
So, all right, and let me just get this straight, whether it says no bag tag or not on these folks that join October first, whether it says no bag tag or not, they're automatically grandfathered into this bag tag.
Because we had a ton of people join late.
I have all of them already, so
No,
yeah.
you're-
Oh, I mean,
We did
I mean the ones that I got.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
when
right,
did
cool.
we pay for that,
I
guys?
think that was from last month, and she,
Since we need 21 people to join, we need
Okay.
21 people to buy bag tags to break even. You know what I'm
We'll
saying?
get that.
So we'll get that.
Yeah.
That's it.
These are old.
We'll probably have
13?
13 or
There's
15
nothing
people
old.
in that.
No, I mean, these are October.
Well, October,
Yeah.
but they're after October first.
So, yeah, but they're not January, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. I'll
They're all grandfathered.
I'll
they're
put these on a
current.
spreadsheet, Troy, and I'll send it to you.
Okay, great. Also need, hard copies. That way,
Okay.
I've got everything in one bundle,
So you want these and a
Yes, sir.
spreadsheet? Okay.
please.
All right, let's look at the next thing here, setting our skins dates. I'd like to go ahead and pretty much know what the first 4 weekends of each month is assigned to. But we have Sundays open. Let's go ahead and just, in our minds, decide, do we want to try to set a date for the skins and have that date firm, and if someone can't make it because they're out of town or because of whatever, then what'll happen next year will be what happened this year. A person who was out of town couldn't make it, someone else slid in. It may or may not cut down on a lot of the end of the year confusion. We have the holidays and everything going on, people are with family and out of town. I don't care if we do it in January, it doesn't matter to me. But let's go ahead and maybe, let's look at it. Let's think about it right now, and I'd like to put it on the calendar, we can change it later. So if the second Saturday of December is our Arrowhead, correct, our Arrowhead Monthly,
Second Saturday.
second
I'm
Saturday,
sorry.
Castle Haven.
is our Castle Hayne Monthly, that means that immediately the Sunday after, we could have our skins tournament.
That's everything's open,
Or
zero.
You can
Two
do it
weeks
the
later.
Sunday after.
2 weeks later would be.
You said January, right? January 2015, that's 5 Saturdays.
Can you pull up your calendar?
So we're gonna
Let's
do
take a
the
look
fifth
at it.
Saturday.
Can't get
See what it
online.
looks like. Well, you don't need to get online, just bottom right-hand corner beside your clock, just click on that
Oh,
one.
I got you, the Windows calendar.
Yeah, that one. To the
Also,
right, there you go.
I just want to clarify, let everybody know that in AM skins, you were playing for merch cash. It was not known this year. I just want
I
everybody
think
to
that's
know.
partially my fault.
Last year they didn't know that it was an entry fee, and this year they didn't know they thought they were.
Yeah, you were playing for.
Yeah,
merch
we-
cash.
I mean,
There were a few of us that were very upset about that.
Hams
Yeah,
never play
you
for
don't
money.
get cash, period.
Hams don't play for money.
Ham.
If you play for
Listen,
money, you
yeah.
go pro.
It was not clear, but that's the way it is. Everybody, the only skins that plays for cash is pro skins.
all right, so we're looking at the 13th. My birthday is the monthly.
Well, actually, yes, this is Saturday over here, these are our Sundays in December.
But
So, we
we
came
do
right,
January 2015, there's 5
2015.
Saturdays.
You have an extra Saturday in
You
there.
have an extra
oh,
Saturday,
that's nice, that's
so
nice.
you can just do it then.
Hmm.
It would be cool. I wonder if you could get the pro and the AM all on the same day. I don't know if that's too much camera tone for you, but pros
I
could
got
watch
no
the
problem.
AMs and AMs could watch the pro.
I've got
I
no
don't
problem
know.
with that.
There's not a lot of
No, I
light,
can
8
do
hour
it.
day.
there's not a lot of light, man, on those, on December 28th.
Yeah, but you're only talking about,
It'd have to be one
at the
end
most,
of
a 3-hour round.
Skins too, it won't be
Let's
3
keep
hour
it
rounds.
No,
mixed.
no,
I'm not saying
it'll
it's a
go
good idea.
fast.
I'm just saying it's an idea.
That would be great, because there'll be more people out there for both.
Yeah,
I
but
think
I wonder
so.
how many people could actually stay, because I mean, you could usually make 18 holes of partying or playing.
Right,
You know,
most people only
36.
show up for half of it anyway.
Well, plus the AMs get drunk in the morning for the pros, and then they get W.
Hey, easy.
Just make sure AMs are in the morning, and I'll,
I didn't stumble.
No, then the
I
pros
didn't
will be
stumble.
crap show.
So,
I had to push a couple things, but I didn't
if
stumble.
we go with the 14th, which is the Sunday right directly after it, I think a lot of the excitement's still in the air, everybody's still hyped up about it.
I agree.
Drop it in on the 14th right after,
I like that.
okay? And then, for
that means I gotta count
the
everything.
AMS points, which
Yeah, you gotta add
we're
it up.
intending on doing, if we end up following through with the AM point series, would we want to do the same, just go ahead and mirror that and do the direct Sunday after?
June 1st is 4, yeah, I mean, I guess people.
Well,
You
let's
don't have
go
to
to
count
20,
it. You just
let's
gotta
go down
post it.
here,
Cause he will count it
How
up,
to post it.
and
let's not
he
do
will
it too
count it
close
up.
to
and put it
Christmas,
on.
guys, maybe the 28th.
I gotta count it and post it.
Now, you're still gonna have people out of town probably, with
Yeah.
family, with Christmas and all
And you want to
that.
push it into January?
Panthers.
I think
Football.
so, yeah. I think January would be a better month.
Okay, so we like the 14th for the pros.
What's January look like?
We do 5 Saturdays.
I mean, look at the 31st, that's,
January 31st is a free weekend.
yeah.
3rd, 4th, 10th, 11th.
Yeah, don't wanna do it on the same day.
Well, I
You
think
do
the pros
31st.
scheduled for the next Sunday after the month. Or, and, either or, I mean, you can really flip, I mean, it really doesn't matter who.
We have to know the results, that's the thing, is we have to know the
Oh,
results.
we'll know the results right after the monthly, you know?
Well, you know, a lot of times, every time we've had it, it's been up to the people that are actually qualified for
That's what we've
doing
always
it.
done, is allow them to work out.
Yeah,
This
so I
year,
don't think- I
this
think
year
it's a little
dragged
early.
bit, though.
Yeah.
I think it might be a little early for
For
us
this
to
year,
decide
nobody,
time.
nobody in the skins had played skins before.
Yeah, yeah. And the pro, for some reason, was just, it was such a headache to schedule. It's never been like that ever before until this year.
Are we gonna
But I
do
definitely
it?
agree, we need to, like.
I like
date
this
and
idea. I
place
like
it.
saying, look, here's the date, you can make it, you can make it.
Yeah, let's make it a hard
It's-
date.
it's-
I mean,
Yeah.
But it's just, it's
Yeah, I won't
unfortunate,
do it.
man, because you gotta think, guys, this is, I mean, you put your whole year into this, you know, and it would just suck if you
I
got
agree.
sick, or, you know, like, I mean, it's just, so, I think we could set a hard date, but I would suggest that hard date not be so hard.
I say
well,
we-
you have a little flex in there, but if someone's sick, I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But that hard date says, well, I'm going out of town that weekend because of my girlfriend. Hey, no, you're not, you're gonna play here.
Right,
You know?
Okay.
I have a question, boss. Are we
Yeah.
gonna do arrowhead skins as well?
The club said
the
they
idea.
wanted to,
So
which
we
means
need
that
to
somebody in the tournament committee is going to have to step up and take care of that.
set those.
Now, I've got some ideas on that, we'll be getting to that, okay? Don't worry. These other 2 items, I'm gonna, I guess, put on our calendar on the website, but they're really not anything we have anything to do with, other than that we may want to show up and help.
I'm sorry, boss, can we go back to what Kyle was talking about? Because that's a real thing, right? I mean, we are gonna do a skins, a monthly points accumulation for the Arrowhead. That's
Yes,
gonna end up being a skins tournament in the
Yes.
year. And that's gonna be a real thing, right? I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the
That's
idea.
what
It's gonna require.
everybody said they wanted to do. We cannot actually get to the details of that tonight, though, because I feel like that there's so much stuff on the agenda that.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, sure, we just gotta keep in mind, because this is our January meeting. The next time that we meet again,
So
the
Aaron,
skins, the
2015.
points will already have happened.
Well, there's no reason the points can't be taken care of
Sure.
and kept track of.
Sure.
It's not until next December that we actually have to be able to tally those points.
Right, but it is gonna happen, though,
We
right?
wanna
I mean,
Yes, I wanted to happen, and everyone said they wanted to happen, but no one has specifically stepped up to sort of kind of get all that information together and get it. And like I said, I've got some ideas on that. He's got a lot on him right now. It might be a way to do it on Facebook.
Well, I mean,
Which
currently, it's
require a
really
lot of-
gonna be between Kyle and I and Fig, to run these and keep up with the points.
And we're keeping up with the points, right?
I think it can
We're
be
good
done.
on all
Yeah,
that?
we haven't started yet.
Well, January.
Oh,
we
yeah,
already
no, we
started.
have, you're right, we have. Did you post points
Yeah, I
on
posted
there?
on
Any
Facebook.
points,
Yes,
points,
the
points
points
are
are
posted to
We're
places.
done.
As long as we've got that
Results.
record, as long as we've got that record, I almost wanted to suggest that we just try to do the Arrowhead stuff on Facebook manually, to relieve so much stuff from
Kyle,
him
yeah,
until
sure
we
what
get
he
to that
does.
point. He's not here tonight, there's a lot of stuff on his plate.
Yeah.
But no, that idea is in my notes actually, to do something
But
with that.
we don't have room on our webpage to be able to do both,
Well,
do
We
we?
have
Just
plenty of
sure.
room, it's a matter of doing it.
Sure we do.
so the monthly scoreboard,
Mhm.
have a drop down,
Yeah.
Arrowhead, Castle Hill.
Yeah.
Very nice. very
It'll
nice.
be a child, it'll be a
Yeah.
child drop down. You
Yeah.
click on one or the other, now you have a child drop down for the
I was just wondering if we had the space, the actual space on the webpage to do that.
You mean as far as data space?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
because I mean, we're pretty full up right
Are we?
now.
We can always upgrade.
Yeah, and we may need to look at that.
Okay, that's it for the calendar. We're gonna move down here to quote-unquote project list. That's the executive committee project list. That's what I worked on over last month. Posted meetings to YouTube. I got most of the login information for our Google and Gmail account and stuff out to most of the officers. I thought I got everyone. If anyone does not have that information, see me before you leave.
Is that the Google Drive that we were talking about?
Yes, and I'll just, let me just breach that subject for a second. Google Documents is a collection of apps, like Google Calendar, Google Search, and Google this, that, and the other, but they kind of changed it to Google, they call it Google Plus now. Our old account that Chad opened up for us was a Google Documents. It's essentially the same thing as a Google Plus account.
Google Drive, right?
Google Drive is just an app.
Okay.
It's an app that gives you 15 gigabytes of free space. If you use the Chrome browser and you subscribe to the Google kind of way of life, there's a whole host of things that they do. They want you in their world, so to speak. They want you to use their maps, their this, their that, their storage, their cloud storage. We got 15 gigabytes of cloud storage from them. So me and Steven here probably uploaded 2 gigabytes worth of photos. We got to slow down. But no, it's a good place, a repository for stuff like this.
Is it a place that is, so, right now we have the documents page on our Facebook page, and that's great. I love that, to be able to go there, and there's all it's the file
Oh, the
page.
files, okay, yes.
I love that, because
Yes.
we need a centralized area for people that want to look at, like, let's say you want to see who's active in the club, who's current members. That would be a great document to be able to have the public access.
Yes.
So is the Google, is that something that is,
The Google Drive,
It's
you
not
can
for
only
it?
access that if you have the password to get into the Google account. Once you log into the Google account, you get to look at the Gmail, the Drive, and the other little things
so
in
it's
there.
more, this is more of a private situation? This isn't for the entire public?
No. When we get to the point where people are taking a lot of pics, I would like to utilize Dropbox, because I don't want everyone having the password to the Google account. But we can have them Dropbox it over to your, Stevens, or someone's account who's cleared to then transfer it to the Google account.
So where are we going to store documents like current members, things like that?
Well,
I'd say the
right now,
Keep it on Facebook?
Facebook files.
the Facebook files
Yeah.
is the best place, because it is, yes, that is
Can
the
you
best
upload
place.
anything other than a VOC file? Can it be spreadsheets?
Oh,
things like
yes.
that? You can?
Yes, you can, they're very flexible.
Sweet.
I just use it because it's all I got.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty ubiquitous, everyone can get in there and edit stuff that they need to edit.
That's cool.
So once again, I'll get that to anyone who doesn't need it, see me after the meeting. Import Chad's calendar to new address. I tried to do all this stuff, and I don't know what happened, but somehow or another, the calendar on our website is gone haywire. It's saying that I don't have permission to do this, I don't have permission to do that. I was trying to go in and add events and change stuff, and I couldn't get it to work. So I've already spoken to Heath about that, and that's at the top of his list of stuff to fix. Because I have to be able to go in and set the calendar. I gotta be able to go in and put in these dates for the skins and this, that, and the other. So we're having some problems there. I have a feeling it's old coding. It's probably Google's fault. They've switched stuff over. Post-final draft of bylaws done. Whole sponsor forms are up on Facebook. The new whole sponsor forms with the contingency payment plan, as well as the, I think it was 60 days. Once we receive the money, the 60-day time limit to get the sign up for them. Is David Massey here tonight? Well, he's kind of our Facebook contact guy, and he's pinged me back and forth a couple times with stuff. I haven't really looked into the Battle Park stuff too much myself.
Oh, so is that him running that page?
No, it's the community. It's a closed private page for Battle Park community. Apparently you can't even search for it or see it on Facebook, but once you get an invite, then you can go look at it, and David
I'm
can
in
go
it.
in and look.
It's the Save Battle
Save
Park
Battle
Disc
Park.
Golf
Yeah.
Course.
No,
Yeah.
that's not the community's page,
Yes.
that's the one that,
I started.
There we go. Jeff,
Yeah.
you started that?
Yeah.
Cool.
He started it unbeknownst to that he didn't realize this thing was going on.
Well, the only reason I started it was
That's exactly
because,
what I said.
the only reason I started it was because I kept going to Facebook and putting in Battle Park, and then somebody else here did it. I believe it was you. Well, I went home after our last meeting and came back up there, and Facebook had already started a Battle Park page. And so, I mean, just because we had done it 7 or 8 times, they threw a page up there. And there's a Battle Park disc golf page because I did that as well.
Cool.
So,
We're on it.
that's the one we got. I've talked to the Paul Mason today again, and also spoke with Jonathan Britt, who's in charge of all the scouts. And you and I are going to have a meeting with him shortly.
We're getting to that.
Okay.
The scout stuff is on this a little bit further down. We're
Okay.
getting to that. Let's,
So I was just talking because Paul Mason was up there at he's within the battle. He lives at Battle Park.
he's right. He's a
Yeah.
scout leader.
So I called him and I asked him
Mhm.
again today if there was anything he knew about that they had set up, there's no homeowners association in Battle Park.
No,
And he told me he didn't know of anything. He said, but they know about you. I was like,
Okay.
about me?
well, they know about somebody, they are something. Thank you, we'll get to the more specifics on that in a little bit. Dave, I just need to get the login info for you for that, to go and change the Bluehost information for our server. Send tech details to Troy, did that.
We're coming up on our renewal, it's usually in mid-February.
I thought it said June on there, maybe I misread it.
It may be, but I thought it was in May.
No problem.
Yeah, Ed Goodwin
Oh.
wanted, 2,000 to do that.
I thought you said 3,000.
Well, I talked him down to 2,000.
Do what?
Yeah, well, we're talking about the scoring app, having someone write it out for us. I don't know, I actually spent, I don't want to jump ahead, let's keep going here. Thank you for attempting that, Troy, it didn't work.
Well, I'm not done yet, I'm still talking to other
Good,
people, so.
good, because I'm not done either.
All right.
Update club officers, file, done. Inland Greens, as
I have a
per,
real quick question, sorry. Yeah, club officers, so is there a document that lists our club officers and meetings, and is it on Facebook?
yes.
And is it in the files area?
Yes. Yes, sir. Inland Greens, like I said, on a lark, someone told me about a month ago, hey, you can never know about Inland Greens, they're not doing anything with it, so I came to the meeting last month and said, you know, what can we do? And I just said, well, I'll write on the letter, last ditch attempt, maybe somebody's on the fence about something, who knows, maybe I'll get lucky, but anyway, I sent the letter, a very nice one to her, no response. So it's a done deal, they're gonna be putting in whatever they're gonna do, and it apparently is not gonna be a disc golf course.
Let's talk about it real quick, give me 2 minutes for that. So, you remember 2 years ago, when Inland Greens, when we sent out that survey, and everybody had to vote, and everybody listed disc golf and sent all that in, we tried it. So what happened was 2 years ago, the city, because it's a city park, said, what does the city want to do with Inland Greens? And I talked with Miss Betty, and we got disc golf included on the survey. Do you guys remember, does anybody here, you remember the survey?
Yeah.
So we got behind it, I mean, we did everything we could. We blasted it out on Facebook, we talked about it at the course, we got those surveys, and it was many people's hands, and there were things like the walking trail was on there. Playgrounds, stuff like that were on there. And we pushed it, man, we probably got, I don't know, 100, maybe 150 responses, people voting for disc golf,
Yeah,
but it just fizzled.
that's okay.
We tried.
There's
Did
a
everything
lot
we
of
could.
reasons, we had a lot of stuff stacked against us with
But
that
the collars are still
situation.
out there, boys. There's 18 beautiful collars in the grant bag.
I
All we
know,
got to do is slip some disc catchers in there. They don't let us do it on a temp basis every once in a while.
so, you know, my thoughts,
Heyday.
after I played golf there, they never were really able to maintain it very well. The greens were too small, they couldn't get enough sunlight. It was always a less than ideal golfing experience. And as a golf course, it was in the bottom of the barrel. As a disc golf course, it was world class.
Did you say
How
they're
ironic.
thinking about putting golf back out there?
9-hole course, yeah.
9 holes?
Yeah.
We should definitely.
Well,
say
I was
those-
hoping I could squeak in with the email since they were going to keep golf.
Yeah,
It is an unbelievably expensive proposition to run a golf course.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
have to water, fertilize, every day, and not to mention the fact that they lost the greens constantly. It takes someone who knows what they're doing. It's a losing proposition. They're gonna throw money away at it, in my opinion.
Yep.
Because it's just blue collar guys that go out there to play after work and tear
Right.
up the place.
Yep.
Nonetheless, I have a feeling that we will be revisiting this in the future, perhaps a few years from now, after things pan out. But the attempt was made. Facebook calendar and events section. That's something that I had inquired about a few months ago, and come to find out that there is kind of a calendar in there. And thank you, Drew, and some other guys who are working the events. That keeps us from blowing up the front page. I don't know that the calendar is going to be quite as useful as the website calendar, but if we end up connecting those somehow in the future, it's a possibility. Once again, it's all about mass numbers. It's not about 1 million people, it's about 1 billion people. How many people can you touch? I mailed Matt Nemers, thank you very much for mailing Tim Chapman our sponsor forms.
Who is Tim Chapman?
Tim Chapman is the owner of Tim Chapman Press in New York City.
Oh, New York City, that was, yeah, okay.
Yes.
New York City.
$500. Yeah. Probably face context. So anyway, he sent that off for us. I then sent him an email explaining what to do, what to fill out, where to send a check to my home, and to pick a hole. And that hole 5 or 4, or hole 5 would not be there as it is next year sometime. So we just wait, and hopefully I'll be receiving his check sometime here in the mail soon. And I finally purchased an organizer for papers, and I think I'm going to take it back and get a bigger one. So anyway. I got an email from Andy. Someone apparently has been out. I'm going to move on to county here. Been out at Arrowhead Park digging holes over on the slope by the playground.
I wouldn't
not-
that.
They dug a ditch. That wasn't a hole, that was a ditch.
Kids are doing it, but then there's also, there's this couple, they were doing it, and they put a cover over top of it and went down in it, and they had a kid somewhere around them, but by the time we finished playing, the sheriff had showed up and was like,
Okay.
"What are you guys doing?" I think they were making a little
Yeah.
love
So-
tunnel.
so-
Yeah,
So it's been handled. They know it was
That is the guy that does sandcastles there a lot. He's digging in there a lot.
No, these people dug.
Yeah, well,
They dug like they were hibernating for winter. Alright?
I gotta get, moving on to number B here, I still have to get with Heath on, he was supposed to send me the link for the page at Google asking about, for the form to fill out to get on Google Maps as a disc golf course. I went on Google and looked and couldn't find it. I Google and couldn't find it, so it's one of those weird things. He has the link I gotta get from him. The lost disc box, I haven't asked for county approval for that yet, but I don't see a problem with that. I'm just going to send all these emails to them at the same time. Okay, so that's it for my stuff.